Much awaited tax reform in India, GST, or the goods and service tax, is set to roll in a month, and as industry gears itself for the new scheme, Metals Update tries to find out the impact on coal sector. You're watching the GST impact on Metals Update, the driving force behind your business. I'm Kopal Chima from the Mumbai office on 27 May 2017. India's 16-year wait for the goods and service tax has paid off, and the country is now set to introduce the biggest tax reform since independence. But what impact will this have on the coal sector? Let's find out. India is the third largest coal producing country in the world after China and USA. Coal is one of the most important natural resources of our country as it powers around 55% of primary commercial energy needs in India against 29% the world over. It is after power sector that iron and steel making is the largest consumer of coal in our country. Demand for coal has grown at a compounded annual growth rate of more than 7% in the last decade. Coal India aims to raise output to 1 billion tons by 2020. In order to meet the rising demand, Coal India Limited has been setting up 15 new washeries with a total capacity of 112.6 million tons per annum. Out of these, 6 are coking coal washeries with total capacity of 18.6 million tons per annum and 9 non-coking washeries of 94 million tons per annum. The Indian steel industry has been facing acute shortage of coal for the last several years, and with government's plan to move India from being the third largest producer of crude steel in the world to the second largest one, this problem needs a quick solution. Jharia coal field, located in the state of Jharkhand, holds majority of the coking coal reserves. Transportation of coking coal from Jharia to other parts of India is almost equal to or sometimes costlier than imported coking coal. Thereby, majority of the coking coal used for steel production is imported. Majority of the imported coal in India is received from Australia, Indonesia and South Africa. Such imports currently attract a basic custom duty along with countervailing duty and a clean energy cess. When these imports are sold in our country, further taxes are added depending on whether the sale is within the same state or a different one. Transportation taxes like octroi and entry taxes are also added. States like Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh levy taxes like Environment and Development Tax and Forest and Terminal Tax respectively, while West Bengal charges 20% cess for rural employment. All these taxes not only increase the cost at which rolling mills or blast furnaces receive coal, but also the time involved in the whole process of transportation, as many stages are involved. GST, when implemented, will subsume all types of taxes under one rate. Market sources from coal trading companies in India did not expect the rate to be lower than 12% in GST, but to their delight, the rate has been decided at 5%. They believe that the GST, one of the most prominent advantages, will be easier paperwork, but markets will trade low for a period of 2 to 3 months as it will take time to understand the scheme. Some of them also believe that the scheme will make things more complex, as earlier only one tax return was required to be filed in every 3 months, but now 4 returns are required to be filed every month. They are namely GSTR1 for outward supply, GSTR2 for inward supply, GSTR3 as consolidated return, GSTR6 for input service distributor, and GSTR8 as annual return. Market sources also believe that GST will help reduce corruption and provide competitive prices of coal in the market. Even though government has set targets of up to 660 million ton coal production for 2017-18 and up to 1 billion ton by 2020, it is difficult for India to be completely self-reliant in terms of coal requirements. The quality of coal produced in our country is not suitable for steel making as the carbon content is very low. Hence, even if we produce more coal, it will not aid country's steel manufacturing in a great manner. Also, mining depths in Indian coalfields are quite shallow, barring a few mines in Jharia and Raniganj coalfields. Majorly, the coal mining done in India is surface mining, but about 87% of coal resources lie within the depth range of 600 meters. However, in most of the coal fields, exploration work beyond 600 meters depth is yet to be taken up. Thus, imports will always be a significant part of this industry. By implementing the same rate of GST as applied on domestic produce, will make market more competitive and beneficial to the consumer. It is to see how this impacts the demand of domestic coal. Point of taxation under GST will be supply, and as per the scheme, supply within the state borders will attract SGST, which is state GST, while supply outside the state boundaries will attract SGST and CGST, which is the central GST, under the umbrella of IGST, integrated GST. Corruption in government processes has always been a key issue for the Prime Minister. As per GST, all businesses will have to maintain all records online and on a timely basis for filing returns, or would attract heavy penalty. Market sources expect more transparency post GST and that the government to be little liberal on limitations considering the present market situation, which is down. They also believe that via GST, reduction in costs are expected to roll by August end, September 2017. On speaking about deliveries scheduled for July 2017, the impact on prices of coal have not yet been witnessed after the announcement of GST rate. Thus, we conclude that although there will be certain teething problems regarding registration and comprehension of rules when it comes to GST implementation, in the long run, GST certainly aims towards documentation transparency. GST does pose as a trouble for traders who have turnover below 20 lakhs, as one will not be able to avail credit if purchases are done from them, but also provides easy access to all records if they wish to be registered. As per market sources and our belief, coal as a sector is likely to benefit from GST because the scheme is not just aiming at reducing tax rate of coal but also making compliances easier. In the initial stage of GST implementation, coal prices are bound to see a fall because of the decrease in demand due to skeptical market environment around how GST works. But as things get clearer and the industry has moved to the online system, prices will bounce back. Costs to importers and selling agents will definitely decrease, but time saving and easy monitoring remain the highlighted advantages of GST. Thank you for listening. Visit metalsupdate.com for more information and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a great day ahead.